Samurai were a part of a Japanese warrior caste that engaged in battle for hundreds of years, and the fascinating samurai who existed in this time period goes by the name Yasuke.
We are the shadows
that serve the light.
In this video, I'm covering Yasuke, the first quote-unquote African samurai. He's one of the two main characters in the new Assassin's Creed Shadows video game set in Japan. Some historians say he was a real samurai, and some say he's not an actual samurai. To make people feel happy, I'll just replace the word samurai with warrior to keep the peace in the comment section. Remember to like and subscribe, and now let's begin. Yasuke's origins. Yasuke, the African warrior, was a fascinating character in the late 16th century. Nobody knew his real name nor when he was actually born. Scholars say he arrived in Japan in 1579, and Yasuke was either a slave or a free man. Historians debate on his whereabouts before coming to Japan. And in his foreign travels, he was an attendant to the Jesuit missionary Alessandro Valiano, a Christian Jesuit missionary, which is interesting because one can infer the video game is going to make the Jesuits important to the game somehow, since the Christians in the series are connected to the Knights of the Templar to some degree. Yasuke being 6'2" with African features made Japanese people go insane, as most Japanese people have never seen dark-skinned African people before. And eventually, Yasuke caught the eye of the legendary warlord Oda Nobunaga, a popular warlord referenced in numerous video games such as Onimusha and series like Sengoku Basara. Nobunaga and Yasuke. Oda Nobunaga was quite the peculiar and ruthless leader who gravitated towards foreign cultures, especially Western cultures. So instead of looking at Yasuke as some kind of threat or monster, he took Yasuke under his wing and allowed him to travel with him. At first, Nobunaga and other Japanese people thought he was dirty because of his skin color. They tried cleaning him thinking he had ink on his body, although they didn't realize that was his natural pigment. However, some thought he was a god or deity because most of the statues of deities and Buddhas in Japan were dark and black in stature, just like Yasuke. In 1581, the warlord officially let Yasuke be his vassal, and the very first African samurai. What? Once again, that is what some historians say, although some say he simply was a bodyguard to Oda Nobunaga because of his immense size. Nobunaga's goal was to unify all of Japan, so he waged war against other daimyo all across the country. Traveling with him was Yasuke, the black warrior who wielded great power and leadership skills as well. Yasuke wielded a sword and possibly other weapons that had destroyed his enemies. The opposing Japanese samurai had never encountered a huge warrior the size of Yasuke, who seemed very well versed in combat. As some historians say, he may have had battle experience prior to meeting Nobunaga.
People so quick to abuse their power do not deserve to keep it.
Also, based on real history in the Assassin's Creed trailer, expect to see samurai and warriors use guns too, as the infamous warlord Nobunaga was highly influenced by foreign culture, and he even used rifles to defeat his adversaries. He lined up his samurai and let them shoot everywhere in front of them, killing most of the opposing troops. So, if you like the content so far, be sure to smash the like button and comment down below if you like the ninja or samurai in the series. And if you want, you can pre-order or purchase the Assassin's Creed Shadows video game down below in the description section, as this game is coming out in November. Also, you can claim a 30-day free trial on Amazon Prime. You can watch anime, television, listen to songs on Amazon Music, stream video games, and even sub to one Twitch streamer for free. Now, let's get back to the video. The end of Yasuke's story. The warlord Nobunaga died when one of his generals, Akechi Mitsuhide, betrayed him with his 13,000 soldiers in the Honji Temple. Nobunaga was outnumbered and caught off guard. Instead of being captured or possibly killed by the opposing forces, Nobunaga decided to murder himself or perform seppuku, which was a very honorable way of dying in those times. Yasuke was able to escape from the temple to protect Nobunaga's son, Nobutada, although he ended up in a similar circumstance as his father and performed seppuku as well. At this point, Yasuke's time as a warrior has come to an end. After the death of Nobunaga and his son, some say Yasuke was escorted to the Jesuits' mission house in Japan, and after that nobody really knows what happened to him. If you want a video on the real history behind ninja and Assassin's Creed, smash the like button and I'll make it. as samurai and ninja both existed in that time period, and ninja were known to use tricks and techniques like the Kuji or Kuji Kiri to protect themselves before missions. I hope they mention it in the game. Last but not least, do you think Yasuke may have been a samurai? Yes or no? Let's talk about it.